Shalom, shalom. Call halal Yahweh Shem Shai by Shem Kakudash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all of my fellow laborers who do this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of GMS here in Chicago. And it's just a quick impromptu. Just had a lot on my mind, so many things going on in the world, and I kind of got caught in travel. So, I don't have my Bible on me, I don't have my sword on me. So I'm just going to try to quote scriptures. I'm going to quote a couple scriptures and some of the things that I'm witnessing. But one of the biggest things that's really going here in America right now is this vibration of women over men. Almost every movie, every television show, they got heroines. You got women that are mightier than men, defeating men in combat, beating them, and it's just, the demasculation of the man is just so, and they love it here in Babylon. I was watching that show, Into the Badlands, and one of the, some of the toughest characters are women. These women are defeating multiple men at one time, and it's just like, and that juice, that Queen of Heaven Babylonian juice is just, everybody's drinking it here in America, man, except those of the elect, man, that know better. Okay, wasn't all the the superhero movies with the Avengers. Now, in the comic books, there's been female superheroes, because I used to read those, a lot of I never really got into DC comics that much. But I was heavy into Marvel as a young man, as a child and a teenager. I was really good at art. I used to draw a lot of that stuff, like whole scenes. But I never remember drawing, scenes. My walls in my bedroom when I was a teenager were covered with art. Art like different, like Conan and battle scenes. And I remember drawing a bunch of Conan images with him saving, a woman, him fighting off a bunch of men or some beast to save a woman. Never the other way around, man, because that's backwards. That's Isaiah 3:12, when it says that the woman, roughly paraphrased, will get up high above thee, and children shall be thy oppressors. And that's exactly what's going on, man. Women are high above thee, and children are your oppressors, because a lot of men get hit with that child support thing, man. Or a lot of parents are in a position where you can't even discipline your children anymore. I've seen and heard stories where children turn their parents in for disciplining them, And I came up in the era when I was in grade school, we still had corporal punishment, man. You got hit with a ruler, when you got out of line. You had to hold out your hand to get hit on your hand. And a lot of the parents gave the teachers permission to put their children in check, man. And guess what? The behavior was a lot different back then. But now these kids are so out of order, man. Fighting teachers, jumping teachers. Then you got all these female teachers having sex with children, and all the ones that's been happening to as of lately over these last like 10 years or so. On a regular basis, it's been probably about 90+% women. Why? Because women in the workplace. And who was behind that? Esau, Edom. What were they doing? Uplifting the woman. One of the Rockefellers laughed about that. He said they were behind that push to put women in the workplace so they could actually just gather more taxes, man. And look what it did to the American family soon after. Divorce rates went through the roof, man. Because that's what happens when a woman gets put over the man. All right? So in Psalm 72, it talks about the children being saved. Who are they being saved by? They're being saved by the men. Hey, even when you look at it carnally, as far as all these wars that took place here in America, man, there was no battles in America that were won by women. Or any other country that I can think of. I can't think of any country on the face of this earth where women went out to battle and saved their people. Or went out and conquered a land and acquired it for their people. You know, none of the battles in the Bible, there weren't armies of women fighting, but yet, you know, you got these Wakanda chicks leading the men with bald heads. Women with bald heads and spears in the front of men. You know, and there was a scene in that Avengers movie where all the heroines get together and, you know, and the women, oh man, it's, boy, I tell you, you know, that's backwards, that's wrong. According to the book of Peter 3:7, it clearly tells you that the woman is the weaker vessel. All right, the woman is the weaker vessel, and just, you know, just look at statistically the divorces and just look at family court, you know, around the country, man. This is what happened when you have women in leadership. Now you got women all in politics, and all it does is just bring issues and trouble, man. No matter what it is, in the workplace, in the military. Now all of a sudden they're spending millions on sexual issues that wouldn't exist if the woman was just simply wasn't there. She doesn't have a role to be there. The woman has a role, and this is not a rant against women. It's a rant against women above men, because that's ungodly. That's not how the Lord set it up, man. You know, you don't. You know, I want a woman that's just gonna be feminine and be a woman, man. I don't want some old masculine woman, man. I don't. And I don't think the average guy, well, maybe not anymore, because the average guy is wicked as hell. But you know, that was pretty much it. You know, that was just heavy on my mind, and I just wanted to get that off. You know, so with that, you know, I hope this is edifying. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Al Shai Bashem Rakak Wadas and Shalom.